Does Scotch Plains or Fanwood have any preferences who goes first, or flip a coin?
Here.
Do I get it back? Kevin Cole.
Heads.
Tails. Fanwood, you get to pick. Do you want to go first?
I'd say that the spirit of this evening, let's defer to ScotchPlains.
All right, here we go.
Do we get the ball the second half then?
Yes. Yes, and since Kevin, I've given them all the candidates, they blind picked their order of speaking, and in Scotch Plains we have candidates running for mayor, so they'll go first, and then we have candidates running for town council. They'll go second. And so Kevin has picked number 1 for Scotch Plains. So Kevin, you have the microphone.
You want me to stand? You want me to sit? Whatever will make you happy.
Stay right here because you'll be in the camera.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing? I think I know all of you, so we should do this kind of informally. I think all you know who I am. Those who don't, as you heard, I'm Kevin Glover, councilman for Scotch Plains for the last 6 years, and I'm running for mayor. Many of you have often heard me say, we can do better. Okay, we can make Scotch Plains a better place to live. And I believe that begins by making Scotch Plains more affordable. Those who have followed the Scotch Plains Township Council meetings for the last 6 years know where I come out on that front. I've been called a fiscal conservative. I've been called someone who believes that there is no problem so big you can't solve it. And I've been called a diehard Yankee fan. I'm happy to be with you all tonight. I'll answer any questions you might have. I thank you for the opportunity to present, in fact, first. So with that, I'll conclude my opening remark by saying that it's been a privilege to serve our community, and I could not be happier than to be running with Colleen Gilanella, who will make an outstanding council person for the Township of Scotch Plains. Thank you.
Excuse me. No, sorry.
One of us has to lose weight.
Yes, well, we'll both work on it, I think. All right. The next speaker will be Mary DiPaolo, who's also running for mayor on the Republican ticket. And so, Mary.
Thanks, Al. I'm Mary DiPaolo. I've been on the council now. This is my 4th year. Little background about me. I came here in 1996. This is my husband's hometown. He moved here in 1959. His parents still live here. They live down the street from us. I have to tell you, when I moved here, this was sort of my ideal hometown that I'd always pictured in my head, a place for me to raise my kids. And my desire to be on the town council and to be your next mayor is out of a desire to serve that community and out of a real love for that community. I have 6 kids. They all go to the public schools. I have a senior, and they go all the way down the grades till I have a 3rd grader. I'm a big fan of the public schools. They've done very well, and I do have to brag just a little bit. My oldest daughter is going to Notre Dame. Hey. Since I've lived here in town, I've gotten involved on a lot of things. Obviously, I've been involved in the PTAs at the school. I like to be a room mom. I like to kind of run events and do that sort of thing. I also got involved with the YMCA. I am on the board at the Y. I became a member of Rotary about 2 years ago, and that's another group that does just good works for the community, and I really enjoy that. Service on the council has been a lot of fun. It's also been a lot of work. We have many, many issues to look at. I think probably the most depressing thing for me coming onto the council was looking for ways to save money, because I mean, that's what we all want. We all want to cut property taxes any way we possibly can. Al mentioned the fair aid for education, and that would be fabulous if that could work out. Everybody in this room should be writing their legislators and calling them about getting the next steps in place about having that happen. That would be a fabulous thing. That's a huge effort though, and there are other things that we can do now, like shared services, like a police merger with Fanwood, those sorts of things that we can do that will start to cut into the property taxes. I think that probably concludes all of my statements that I want to make tonight. Thanks for letting me come here. I think the most difficult thing about me getting here tonight was trying to figure out how to dress casually for this event. But anyway, thanks, and if you have any questions for me, please ask.
Okay. I don't see that Sarah Decky here, so I don't know what number you picked, Colleen.
I'm number 2.
You're number 2. You're now number 1.
Now you're number 1.
Number 1.
Thank you.
We have Colleen Gianella, who's running for town council in Scotch Plains.
Hi everyone. For many of us, this is the first introduction. For some of us, we have had an opportunity to meet previously. And thank you all for coming. I know you're all very busy. This is busy time of year for all of us. Springtime is always a lot going on, especially those of us who have families. I do want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Colleen Gianella. I am the very proud wife of Anthony Gianella, who is here with us tonight in the audience to support me. I am the very proud mother of 2 young children. My son is soon to be 2 years old, and my daughter is completing her first year of kindergarten, or her kindergarten at Brunner School, right around the corner from our homes. We have chosen to make a life for ourselves in Scotch Plains. After living in Fanwood about 5 years ago, we moved to Scotch Plains. And we very happily moved here with all of the opportunities that we saw for my children. At the time it was my daughter, particularly through the school system. We thought it was a wonderful community, a safe community, and a nice place to live. One of the things that I very much enjoy is walking with my children and spending time in town. We visit the parks, we go to the schools, and we play. We have an excellent time. When I first spoke to Kevin about running, one of the things that I emphasized was I would like to spend more and more of my time in town, in particular more and more of my money in town. And what we would really like to see as a young family is a place that we could really go with our children and spend more of our time as the downtown continues to grow. And that's something that I would definitely like to be a part of as a council candidate, or if elected to the council. Obviously, property taxes are going to be at the very front of this campaign for all of the candidates. We're going to spend a lot of time discussing how we can save people money on property taxes. I don't think you're going to get somebody to stand up and say, I'm interested in raising property taxes. We're obviously very interested, Kevin and I, in working together in all possible ways to make this community as affordable as possible for families such as myself. I talked to Kevin the other night and I gave him an idea of what it cost my husband and I to live in this town. And I said to Kevin, I don't know if you realize, and this may not sound like a tremendous amount of money to a lot of people, my husband and I, it cost us about $3,500 a month to pay our mortgage and our property taxes before we even turn a light on. That's what it's costing us to live here. You think about why that might not be an opportunity for so many young families, and it's obviously very disappointing because people should be able to live in a community like Scotch Plains and send their children to a school system like the one that my daughter's currently in. So for all of those reasons, I will be a very active candidate. I hope to be very actively involved if elected to the council. I will give you my strongest possible commitment. As you may or may not have read, I'm a lifelong educator. I think very much that through public education, we have an opportunity to create a wonderful future for our children. I will support the Board of Education and I will support the schools as much as possible in my position if elected to the council. And that's really all I have at this particular time, other than, again, thank you for coming and I do appreciate the opportunity.